There was one time in my 20s, before I had the rationale disbelief of an adult, where I was on an airplane going to an exciting place in California and was ready to have the time of my life, and I felt myself getting sick. You know that feeling, like, oh, fuck. And I did something. Without announcing it or without anybody knowing, I focused on where the sickness was, and I actively, in my mind, shrunk it away and dissolved it. And lo and behold, I didn't get sick, or I reversed the action. Joe Dispenza talks about this, and not that I've delved into his works in depth, but I understand that he teaches people how to use this technique, and they wind up reversing a plethora of more serious conditions. And I'm sitting here, and I currently have an ailment, and I remembered that moment, and I said, I don't have to have this ailment. I also thought about all these obscure things that people do with the human body through the power of the mind. But this one time sticks out because it's kind of like the small manifestation. Our friend Frater has the red ball sigil, and it's just to show you that you're capable of manifesting. It's a sigil, you look at it, and then, not a red ball, an orange ball will pop up. It's happened to me a couple times over the years. I wound up running into that sigil again, and I'm sure I'll see an orange ball pop up. It's just teaching you that the power of the subconscious mind will do things, and I don't know if this is a subconscious or a conscious thing, but you're capable of more than you think when it comes to needing outside forces to help you. I talk here and there about how magic is an internal thing. Alchemy is an inner alchemy. If you ever read the book, The Alchemist, Pablo went around everywhere looking for something that, when he returned, found was within him the entire time. That's kind of what magic is. It's like you go around trying all these instruments and tools and hacks that are really just teaching you how to work with your own inner world. So I just wanted to make a note there that to give it a try. You know, I know when we're younger, it's easier to believe. We're more malleable. We're open to suggestion, even from ourselves. Well, in this instance, try to will yourself out of whatever it is, if there's a physical thing happening. I watch this lady on TikTok, and she's a health aficionado based upon her type of eating habits, and she was like, I was on the brink of death, and I decided to get down into it and change my habits. In essence, she willed herself out of her circumstance in a number of ways. Eating healthy is absolutely the way to fly. There's no doubt about that. I see the night and day shift from going to bed with a donut and from going to bed with quinoa, turmeric, and mushroom. There is a different person that wakes up. But it's the willpower to not die in circumstances like that. It's the willpower to not have cancer. You're in control. And if you can visualize some way of destroying what it is you're trying to destroy, the wind is picking up. This is the actual gem here on how to do it. For me, I visualized my issue shrinking, dissolving, minimizing and diminishing into nothing. Some people pour light over it from the sun, and the light evaporates it. And they do it over and over again. That's a way. Just figure out a way that you want to be magical. I think that's really all it boils down to, is how you will affect the change. Whether you imagine it floating away into the air. I don't know. It's like there's so many techniques when it comes to how people act. So, yeah, I guess that's all I got. I'm going to sit here for a moment and visualize dissolving something. And, yeah, that's all I got. Health is wealth. Adios. Not adios yet. I opened my Psalms because I'm still sitting here doing my morning ritual. And I had to confess about Jesus. I often talk about Jesus because he is the ultimate when it comes to any of this manifestation stuff. First thing I thought about was how he rose someone from the dead, and how that was Reiki strength. Reiki, yeah. That is the pinnacle of the healing power, the ultimate. Now, some people go into fact or fiction about Jesus, but I have my experiences. Healing the sick, the blind, whatever tool he used to envision through connecting to Source to make such heavy burdens be released, removed, even to give life to one who has passed over. It's kind of like the mustard seed effect. Well, if he can do that, then I can get rid of my cold. If he could do that, then sheesh, I could solve this cancer cell. This is not medical advice. This is a spiritual channel. So, yeah. Messiah means master. Right? Keeping with the Christ in consciousness helps you walk a path, right? You can choose. So, alright, that's my official adios.